So if y is 3x, what we're going to do is for this second equation, I'm just going to write it right next to itself. Instead of y, I'm going to plug in what we just said y is. We just said that instead of y, y is 3x. So everywhere I see a y, which would be right there, I'm going to say it's not actually a y, it's 3x. Here's what this allows me to do. Now that I've replaced the variable y with what I know it is, I know that y is actually 3x, I've set myself up with an equation here that I can solve to find x. So we're just going to solve this like a regular equation. I have 1x plus 3x to make what? 4x. I have a 4x. I want to get x by itself. What should I do with the 4? You say it out loud. We've done a lot of this. I'm going to divide. So I'm going to divide by 4 on both sides. And I'm going to find that x equals, well, what's negative 32 divided by 4?
Negative 8.
Negative 8. Okay. This is half of the answer I'm looking for. Half of it. And here's why. I want you to stop and think about what we are trying to find. We're solving a system of equations. That means we're trying to find where these two lines cross on a graph. But we're not making a graph. But go back and think about the original question. Solve this. Find where they cross. We said yesterday, or on Tuesday, where they cross is a point, right? Two lines are going to cross at a point. And isn't a point x comma y? That's what we're looking for, right? Well, look what we just found. We have x. We know what x is now. What we do not yet know is what y is. But we're going to go back to the logic we used at the beginning. At the very, very beginning of this, we said, hey, look, it says that y equals 3x. Y is 3x. Well, now look what we have. Now we know that x is negative 8. So now that we know what x is, for sure, as an actual number, we can use the same exact logic. Instead of x, let's write a negative 8. There's an x right there. Or there's an x right there. It doesn't matter which one you plug it into, you will get the exact same answer either way. So it doesn't matter to me where you plug it in, but if x is negative 8, I'm just going to plug it in here because I've got room here. Instead of x, I'm going to plug in negative 8. What's 3 times negative 8? Negative 24. If you would use the other equation instead, you would get the same thing. You would plug in a negative 8, which would mean you have to add 8 to the other side, which would still give you a negative 24. And that is our final answer. And if you wanted to, you could plug this in and check, and you would get the same thing for both equations. Negative 24 equals 3 times negative 8. Definitely, we actually just did that. That's how we got the negative 24. Or you can plug it in here. Negative 8 plus negative 24 is negative 32.